If you think crochet home decor looks cheap, outdated, or like something straight out of your grandma's living room from the 1970s, stay right here, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 5 pieces that will completely change your mind about what crochet can actually look like in a home. And the wild part is, every single one of these is easy enough for someone who has never picked up a hook before. I've been crocheting for a long time now, and honestly, I used to think the exact same thing you might be thinking right now. I thought crochet home decor was stuck in the past. I thought it only looked good in old photos or thrift store bins. But once I started paying attention to color, yarn choice, and a few small finishing tricks, I realized crochet can actually look expensive. It can look modern. It can look like something you would find in a boutique store with a price tag that makes you gasp a little. Today, I'm walking you through the exact pieces that change the way I see my own living room, and by the end of this, you're going to want to grab a hook and start making some of these yourself. So here's the real problem most people run into. You want your home to look nice, but store-bought decor is expensive, and half the time, everyone has the same stuff from the same big box store. So you go online, you search for crochet decor ideas, hoping to make something unique and cheap, and instead you find patterns that either look way too complicated, or you make something and it ends up looking messy, uneven, and honestly, kind of sad sitting on your shelf. That's not because you're bad at crochet, it's because nobody tells you the small details that turn a homemade item into something that actually looks elegant. That's exactly what we're fixing today. Let's start with the easiest one on this list, something almost anyone can make in under an hour. Coasters. I know that sounds boring, but hear me out. Most people make coasters with whatever yarn they have lying around, usually something bright and kind of cheap looking. But if you switch to a thick cotton yarn in a soft, neutral color like cream, sand, or a deep charcoal, and you use a simple textured stitch instead of a plain single crochet, the whole look changes instantly. Add a tiny detail like a contrasting stitch around the edge, and suddenly these look like something you'd find at a home goods store for $15 a set. The trick here is cotton yarn. Cotton holds its shape, it doesn't get fuzzy over time, and it gives that crisp, clean look that makes something feel expensive instead of homemade. Once you've got the coasters down, the next step up is a table runner. This one takes a little more time, maybe a weekend project, but it is not hard. Most table runners use a simple repeating pattern like shells or a basic mesh design, and the reason these look so good is because of how they drape. A long, thin runner with a bit of texture running down the middle of your table instantly makes a plain dining table feel put together. Again, the color matters more than the stitch. A lot of people reach for bright colors because they feel more fun, but if you want that elegant, high-end look, go with something soft. Think ivory, beige, sage green, or a warm terracotta. These colors blend into almost any home style, whether your place is modern, cozy, or somewhere in between. And here's a small tip that makes a huge difference. After you finish the runner, wet it slightly and lay it flat to dry, pinning down the edges. This is called blocking, and it takes something that looks a little wrinkled and turns it into something that lays perfectly flat and smooth, just like something you'd buy in a store. Now let's talk about plant hangers, because these have become incredibly popular, and for good reason. If you have any plants in your home, even one, a crochet plant hanger instantly adds texture and warmth to a room. The pattern for these is usually just a series of chains twisted or knotted together, and it looks way more complicated than it actually is. The key here is using a rope-like cotton cord instead of regular yarn. This gives it a sturdier, more structured look, almost like something out of a plant shop rather than a craft project. Hang it near a window with a simple pothos or a small snake plant, and it becomes one of those little details that visitors notice without even knowing exactly why the room feels so nice. Now we're getting into pieces that take a bit more effort, but still nothing too advanced. Pillow covers. This one might be my favorite on the whole list because it makes such a big difference in a room for such a small amount of work. Instead of crocheting an entire pillow, you just make a cover that slips over a pillow insert you already have. This means less yarn, less time, and less chance of it looning uneven because you're working with a flat, simple shape. The trick to making these look elegant instead of like a blanket someone accidentally shrunk is using a slightly looser stitch that creates gaps of texture, almost like a lace pattern, paired again with those soft neutral tones. Add these to a couch or a bed, mix them with a couple of plain, solid-colored pillows, and it creates that layered, cozy, but expensive look that interior designers actually try to recreate on purpose. Now here's where it gets exciting because we're reaching the piece that ties this entire video together. This is the one that made me completely change how I saw crochet as home decor, and it's a wall hanging. Specifically, a round mandala-style wall hanging made with a mix of open and solid stitches layered on top of a wooden ring. I know this sounds like it might be complicated, but it's really just a bigger, fancier version of the coasters we talked about earlier. You're using the same basic stitches, just repeated in bigger circles, and once you attach it to a plain wooden embroidery hoop, it instantly transforms into wall art. This is the piece that gets the most comments when people see it in a home, because it looks handmade in the best possible way. Not messy, but intentional and artistic. The secret to making this one look elegant instead of like a craft project gone wrong comes down to two things. First, keep your color palette limited to 2 or 3 shades that actually match your room instead of using every color you own. Second, block it the same way we blocked the table runner, because a flat, evenly shaped mandala looks 10 times more polished than one that's a little wonky and uneven.
If there's one thing that connects every single piece on this list, it's this. The stitches themselves barely matter. What actually makes crochet decor look elegant instead of outdated comes down to 3 things: color choice, yarn choice, and finishing touches like blocking. Most people focus all their energy on learning fancy, complicated stitches, thinking that's what makes something look impressive. But you just saw 5 pieces, from coasters all the way up to a wall hanging, and every one of them uses stitches a beginner can learn in a single afternoon. The difference between something that looks like a cheap craft and something that looks like it belongs in a home magazine isn't skill level. It's these small decisions you make before you even pick up your hook. So, if you've been putting off trying crochet because you think it's going to look messy or old-fashioned, I hope this showed you that it really doesn't have to. Start small if you need to. Grab some cotton yarn in a soft, neutral color, make a coaster or 2, and just get comfortable with the stitch. Then work your way up from there. Before you know it, you'll have a whole shelf, or maybe even a whole wall full of pieces that people assume you paid a lot of money for, when really all it took was a hook, some yarn, and a quiet evening at home. If you want to see exactly how I made that wall hanging step by step, hit subscribe so you don't miss it.